This lesson is designed for Cambridge IGCSE and O-level curriculum, subject environmental management, and Unit 7, the atmosphere and human activities. The subtitle, Atmospheric Pollution and its Causes. Learning objective. To investigate the causes of atmospheric pollution with reference to acid rain and ozone depletion. And learning outcome will be able to analyze the impact of air pollution on the environment and on people. Now we can see what is acid rain and what are the sources of acid rain. Acid rain is a term used to describe rainfall that has a higher acid level than the normal acid level. Places around the world are now recording the pH values, that is the scale on which acidity is measured. The pH of 7 is neutral, pH above 7 is alkaline, and pH below 7 is acid. Normal rainwater have the pH value between 5 and 6. In industrial regions, the pH value will be between 4 and 5. The lower the pH, more acid. The sources of acid rain are mainly the nitrogen oxides and sulfur dioxide. Let's see how the pollutants contribute to the acid rain. Pollutants carried by the prevailing wind or carried up into the atmosphere and other places or to other countries, and some are deposited directly onto the earth's surface as dry deposits. The majority are converted into acid, which fall as acid rain as wet deposits. When you talk about the causes of acid rain, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide are given off in the burning of fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas, and from the vehicle exhaust. These chemicals mix with the rain and water vapor to produce weak solutions of sulfuric and nitric acid. The first step is the power stations, factories, and cars cause pollution. And secondly, the chemicals like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide rise into the air. And when it reaches the atmosphere, what happens? The chemical changes produce acid. And later, acid polluted air blown by the wind. Sometimes it may deposit in the form of dry deposits. On the other hand, water droplets in the clouds became polluted, and later the acid rain falls to the ground. Now we can go through the impact of acid rain under the following headings. pH of 3. Acid rain has a pH of 3, the same as vinegar, and can travel in the atmosphere and can affect the areas up to 1,500 km from the polluting source. It affects our transnational acid rain resulting from the emission from UK power stations killed fish in the Norway before preventative action was taken. So when you talk about the acidification of bodies of water, as acid rainwater infiltrates into the soil, it dissolves aluminium and some other toxic metals into it. When water reaches a river, it acidifies the water. Aluminium is toxic to aquatic plant life, and freshwater supplies are ruined by the pollution. The next is the effects on fish pollution. Aluminium is toxic to fish as it makes them unable to take its sufficient oxygen, causing death. They also stop reproducing. Concentration of aluminium cause fish to suffocate. And normally, the pH of ponds and river is about 7, but when it fails below 5, fish die. There are no fish left if the pH falls to 4.5. When you talk about the damage damage to crops and vegetation, let's see in step by step, how it affects the crops and vegetation. First, the acid rain with an abundant hydrogen ions enters the soil. And step 2, plant nutrients such as calcium and potassium leached and replaced by the aluminium ions. And step 3, increase soil acidity, more leaching. Step 4, fewer soil organisms such as decomposers and fewer nitrogen, that is fixing bacteria, so less nitrate added to the soil. And number 5, decomposition slows, so few nutrients are released to the soil. Step 6, soil is too poor for good crop or plant growth. See, the coniferous trees are particularly damaged by contact with the acid rain. Their leaves lose chlorophyll, turn yellow, and drop off earlier than usual. Then the root hairs are damaged by aluminium in the soil. Eventually, they die. The last one is how the acid rain damages the building, cause damage to the building. Acid rain erodes buildings made from limestone or stone with their calciate matrix. Many buildings of great historical importance, such as Aeropolis in Athens, Taj Mahal in India, have undergone restoration to repair the damage caused by the pollution to prevent them from crumbling away. Acid rain is a developed world problem give reasons. Mainly the industrialized countries such as Europe and North America, emission of fossil fuels in the power station industries and cars are more, and it is becoming an Asiatic problem as the countries like China, India or industrialize and make use of their large coal deposits, some of which are very low grade or which high with high sulfur content. So the pollutants can be transported over a long distance by the prevailing wind. Example, Norway, Sweden, that is Scandinavian countries, acid rain is a major issue because of the prevailing winds carry oxides of sulfur and nitrogen from the UK's coal-fired power station. So that's why the acid rain is a developed world problem. Impacts of increased level of acidity in the soil. Number 1, devastating effects on land-based ecosystem. Example, 90% of the Germans tree were destroyed. And number 2, high level concentration of hydrogen ions in the acid rain causes faster leaching of soil nutrients. And number 3, soil nutrients, potassium, calcium are washed away and replaced by the manganese and aluminum deposits, which are harmful to root growth. After a time, trees shed their leaves and needless become less resistant to drought, frost, disease, and eventually it will die. We all know that ozone is a greenhouse gas that can be found in both troposphere and stratosphere. But if it is concentrated at a height of about 25 kilometer in the stratosphere, then it is a good ozone. If it is concentrated in the troposphere, then it will definitely be a bad ozone. So ozone depletion. So what is ozone depletion? Ozone depletion is a gradual thinning of Earth's ozone layer in the upper atmosphere caused by the release of chemical compounds containing gases such as chlorine and bromine from the industry and other human activities. Signs of ozone depletion was first noticed over Antarctica in 1980s, that is the hole in the ozone layer. Thinning of the ozone layer happens during winter in polar lands. By 1993, ozone had been reduced to between one half or one third of the amount present in 1970, with most depletion occur after 1990. Since 1989, depletion have also been recorded over Arctic as well. Increased levels of UV radiations reaching the surface have been linked to increase the skin cancer and to a reduction in the immunity to disease. Now we can see the causes of the depletion of ozone. Number one, the human activities, especially the human-made chemicals that contain chlorine and bromine, are the depleting substances. And number two, CFCs, the chlorofluorocarbons and halogens, are the main cause of ozone depletion. These gases, through several chemical reactions, causing the ozone molecules to break down, reducing ozone's ultraviolet rays. Halogens used in fire extinguishers release bromide, which destroys ozone. Ozone depleting gases are very stable, so remain in the atmosphere for very long time. See, the human activity in the polar region is not responsible for the destruction of ozone because there are very few inhabitants. The pollutants are, moved by the wind in that area. So the ozone hole was first detected over Antarctica. The problem did not originate there. This is because no one lives permanently in Antarctica and pollutant in the atmosphere travel around the world with the winds. So it is considered to be an international problem. Let's see the impact of ozone depletion on the people and and on environment. The higher level of ultraviolet radiation causes the sunburn, skin cancers, retina damage, and a reduction in the immunity to diseases. When you talk about how it affects the environment, the reproductive cycle of phytoplankton affect the population of other animals too, and changes in the biochemical composition make some plants leaves less attractive as food. Then melting of ice sheets, glaciers, permafrost can lead to rise in sea levels. Strategies for ozone recovery. Number one, limit private vehicle driving. Carpooling can be promoted, taking more public transport, walking, using a bicycle. And to switch to the cars or vehicles that have hybrid or electric zero emission engine, and use eco-friendly household cleaning products, and avoid using the pesticides, etc. Now let's try to answer the following questions. Why the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is increasing? Answer: because of burning of fossil fuels to produce electricity, heat buildings, use in industry, industrial process, to use in transport and vehicles, aircraft and ships, and even because of deforestation. And number two is, describe the ways in which the people could reduce their contribution to carbon dioxide emission. Answer: they can walk, they can use even cycle, use public transport, train in place of cars, and use more efficient use of cars, example carpooling or car sharing, buy more energy efficient car or hybrid car, insulate the houses, turn down heating, air conditioning, and reduce the use of appliance, turn off the appliance when not in use, install solar panels, solar water heating, and use low energy light bulbs, and choose a renewable energy supplier. And the third question is, describe how human activities have damaged the ozone layer. Answer is use of chlorofluorocarbons and halogens, and use of refrigerator, air conditioning system as propellants in aerosol sprays, fire extinguishers, chlorine and chlorine gas from CFCs released into the atmosphere destroys the ozone. Suggest reasons why people living in Australia and Argentina are advised to keep their skin covered and wear a hat when out in the sun to protect themselves from the ultraviolet radiation, which can cause skin cancer, cataracts, and CFCs in the atmosphere are breaking down very slowly. CFCs are still contributing to stratospheric ozone depletion. Ultraviolet radiation levels in the atmosphere will remain high for many years.